Hi ESASky users, and welcome to ESASky 5.0, and I'm really excited to show you the new features that have been added. And everything that's been added is in our External Data Centres button. So hopefully you all know that you can access data within the images, the catalogues and the spectra services buttons. This is all data that's the metadata has been curated by the ESASky team in collaboration with the missions. And we have this External Data Centres button where we just access directly the data centres services. So let's open this. And it looks very much like what we had before. So we now have added all these tabs. So you have dashboard and you see the tree map, same functionality as before. You can go into a data center, so let's go into ESO, and you can load up the footprints on the sky, the metadata in the data panel, and you can go to, and let's see, here we have the footprints and so on. But you will see we have these three exciting new tabs. So we have TAP Registry, and we have VizieR and ESA, and these are actually subsets of the TAP Registry. VizieR, of course, is the Astronomical Catalogue Service from CDS, from the Strasbourg Astronomical Data Centre, and ESA, that's European Space Agency. So we are querying the TAP registry from the Virtual Observatory. TAP stands for Table Access Protocol. Basically, data centres have registered their data within a TAP service. You don't need to know the details, but it means that in particular for clients such as ESASky, it's very easy way, following the standards, to access the data, access the metadata, and give you a fantastic way to search for as much data that's out there as possible. So if I open the TAP registry button, the tab, just click on here. Let's make this a bit bigger. And here we have all the TAP services that are available. So there's 130 at the minute. And you can scroll down. You can easily filter for your TAP of choice. So say you're interested in James Webb, what's available. All right, we've got European Archive. We've obviously got tables in VizieR. And here we have column that you can add. It's highlighted if you can add a table into the dashboard. So it's using another protocol that's called OBSCORE. So if there's an OBSCORE table from this service, then you can click on add and it will load up in here. You might not see it because there might not be any data in the current field of view, but it will load up there whenever if you change field of view or so on. So if I click on, say, ISO, the ISO one appears, Hubble, European HST, Archive TAP. Let's go to another part of the sky and I can show you. So we can keep loading up some of these. Let's try J+, and you'll start to see all these services load up, and it's the same functionality as we have for all of these. So you can go in, click in, and you get either points on the sky or footprints. You have the access URLs, you can download the data. If you want to remove them again, then we have this reset button here. So going back to the TAP registry, let's get you on. Actually, I'm super excited to show the VizieR tab. So if you click on a service, then you'll open up a tree map and it will list all of the folders. For VizieR, okay, it might be taking a little bit longer because there are so many catalogues available from VizieR. It's fantastic. So let me go back. So what we've done is this tab just opens exactly the same thing as I've shown you. So it's convenient quick access to the VizieR, all the VizieR catalogues. And we can filter. Obviously, you will probably want to filter tables to look for your table of choice, because since there are so many within the folders. When you open up this tree structure, you're given the name of the catalogue or the tables that are available in VizieR. And let's do a quick filter. Okay, we're looking at M1 and 101. Let's say spiral galaxies. Right. Okay, so maybe I'll have data in this field of view. If I want to load the table, then I click on the Open Table tab, little button rather. Okay, for this is a good example. For this one, ESASky can't find the RA deck or a region for this table. If I click no, it will load up the table automatically. If I click yes, we can actually go in and select the RA and deck. Okay, in this case, it doesn't look like this table has any coordinates. But if I say no, we'll load up the whole table. Let's go to another one. It probably has data here. Let's try this one. Nope. Let's try this one. Yes. No data in the area of the sky. Okay, what do you do in this case? You want this table. Decided, yeah, this is the table I want. So I'll unselect the field of view and I'm going to load the whole table. We do have, so here we are. Oh, well, it's a small catalogue, 78 objects. You can click on go to and we'll go to each object in ESASky. But probably not a background in. I've got Pan-STARRS background at the minute. That one is probably out of the region of Pan-STARRS. Let's go back to M101. I can go back here actually, go back to the original search for that tab, clicking on this go to button. This next button is for loading the column metadata. So I just click on this and we'll get all of the column descriptions. So all of these descriptions will load up. Here we go. Here are all the columns, the column name, their descriptions, and all details, UCDs, data types, etc. You might also want to query using ADQL, so that's Astronomical Data Querying Language. If you want to know details about this, take a look in our documentation that you can find here. This query is so that you just want to get the first 1,000 rows from this table, right? Well, we know this table actually only contains 78, so that's fast. We have put a limit for the download and the display of sources in ESASky to 10,000 rows. But otherwise, one of the main reasons to do this is because of the performance of your browser will start degrading. And we've also put this restriction for the ADQL querying. If you want to download more, then I would advise that's when you need to go and take a look at, say, astroquery.esasky and start to do these things programmatically. And we have lots of information in our ESASky documentation about astroquery as well. So going back to the ADQL query, we have a few examples for you. So you can do load full table, load columns like we just did. So this is the ADQL to load all the columns in the table. And you can do a count as well. So to see how big, if you want to see how big the table is beforehand. And you can edit this. So you can type anything you like. So if you're an expert in ADQL, or if you know a little bit more about ADQL, if you want to query a couple of catalogues from the same tab. So in this case from VizieR, you can do that. You can write that in your ADQL and you can load that up here. So brand new functionality for ESASky. We're really excited to show you this. If you hover over the tabs as well, you will see the ADQL query that was performed for each of your searches in each tab. And that's for everything. That's for even for these. For when you loaded up data from the dashboard, you'll see what the ADQL was as well. So you can start learning ADQL that way. Last tab, okay, is the ESA one. We are just giving you here quick access to all of our tabs that we provide from ESA. Exactly the same functionality again. Let's click on XMM, so you have all the tables that are available and you can do exactly the same type of querying. Remember, if you get messages then that you don't have things in the field of view, there's nothing available, remember about this button to toggle on and off. Depending on your science case, if you want to download an entire catalogue for the whole sky, or if you're really interested in a particular region, then you'll want to keep this field of view restricted on. Unfortunately for VizieR, it doesn't automatically filter out all the tables, so you need to start putting some filtering. So this is the column description, so you might want to filter column descriptions, or you can filter all of the tables here. That is pretty much it for all of the new functionality, but we hope you enjoy this. If you have any feedback for us, please go to User Echo. So thank you. I hope you've enjoyed this video. See you again soon.